Okay, so apparently there's a shop in MC Road called KGF.
You get these originals over there and stuff.
Oh, okay. Next vlog coming up, shopping clothes with Kwochai, I guess.
Okay, nice. So my first movie was actually Sudukavum.
Oh, Sudukam was your first ever film?
Yeah, first ever film. As an associate, I worked along with him was Sudukavum, and then I did Kalam Kadadu Pogum.
Alright guys, welcome back to TigCast episode 1. It's supposed to be episode 2, but I think that was a test shoot, so we'll call that episode 0. This is episode 1.
So what did you do in the first shoot like?
I mean, it wasn't really a podcast. It was just me and Venkat sitting and putting mokka with each other.
Oh, nice.
That's also what we're going to be doing right now, so I don't know if we can call this a podcast too. So we're still very much in the progress of, like you just saw, figuring out our technical shit. But we are improving though, I think, with each thing. I could definitely see that right now it was a lot more smoother. They picked up from the last time things that we should do, shouldn't do.
I love the setup, by the way. I love the setup. So
yeah, definitely.
So what is this podcast about, Jay?
So the point of a podcast, at least what I believe, the point of a podcast is to share knowledge. We're all experts in certain fields. True. As human beings, we all... Unless you're on total Dandapi, which I don't think anyone can be, you'll know something about something, right?
There are people. You just don't
know. Maybe he'll know like what is the best bit side to have the best bit. Like
that's not a talent, Jay. That's never a talent. Anyone can
I never said it's a talent. I just said you'll know something about something.
That's true.
That's it.
That's
so
true.
Extracting that information or the knowledge or the wisdom is the point of podcasting.
That's what I believe. Okay, that's true. That's nice.
So unniyu or expert vandichu. We are having you on today's show as...
I am not an expert, Jay. I'm just an upcoming costume and fashion designer.
In the Rajinikanth Humblityan, you are a costumer. So compared to the number of people in this podcast, you are an expert.
Yeah, I'm not a costumer, Jay. I'm a costume designer.
Costume designer. See, starting with that. Costumer. I don't know what is the difference also. So let's start off with that, Kwochai. Actually, just answer that question and then you can explain to people who you are, what you do, and then we can get started.
You want me to introduce myself first or just go ahead with the question first?
Yeah, you can introduce yourself actually.
All right, my name is Kwochai. I'm from Chennai. I'm like half Chinese and half, from Chennai again.
That's actually interesting. I'm definitely going to dive deep into that too.
Yeah,
but then
afterwards. Let's not go to that because there's a lot of corona happening and people start blaming me for it. So let's not go there. Mm-hmm. So what I do is I'm actually a costume designer. I did my fashion designing. Don't want to mention which college it is.
Why? I want to know which college it is.
I started from a big college and then ended up in a normal college in Chennai.
Normal college as a
it's called Shift from Adyar.
Okay.
And it's closed down right now, but I did have good experience over there. I wouldn't say a bad experience. I did have very good experience from there. So they taught me a lot of stuff. So, and after that, I actually did not go into fashion designing or costume designing. I went and worked like how everybody else did. We went and worked for a MNC bank.
Oh.
All right. And then one of I wouldn't say my senior, like an associate, he said, why don't you try and, come and do costume with us? So my first movie was actually Sudukavum.
Oh, Sudukavum was your first ever film?
Yeah, first ever film. As an associate, I worked along with him was Sudukavum and then I did Kalam Kadadu Pogum. And down the line, I've done almost 12 films. And right now, I've done a movie called Jane Mokatan, starring Yogi Babu as the lead.
Nice.
So yeah, it's happening. It's almost been 15 years now. So
whoa, it's been 15 years since you've been a costume designer?
No. I started as an assistant, then an associate, then I...
Okay, let's say in the field of costumes, it's been 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years.
Dude, that's intense.
So I started when I was doing my college itself. So I started, I did the movies as an assistant, and then I started my life from there.
Nice, interesting.
Thank you.
So let's get straight to that first question. What is the difference between a costumer and a costume designer?
See, the movie industry, right? You cannot replace a director. You cannot replace an editor, a cinematographer. It's just that the way of movie, making has changed, has evolved. But a costumer has been from the beginning. That's the guy who will,
clothe people.
Yeah, that's not the right word for them. Yes, they will clothe people, but how do they get the designs from? Is actually the director or the cameraman or the art director would actually give them the saying, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And these guys will go ahead, chop stuff and they'll bring and come and they will, dress the thing. And as cinema modernized, so did all their work. So what happened was, so we are the guys who started studying, colors, patterns, and so what does a costume designer do right now is, a director would tell you, give you a whole script, give you a hint of the story and stuff. As a costume designer, it is my job to design the character of what this person would look like. For example, say Suzukavam, right? So his character is like a 40-year-old person who has dementia kind of stuff, where he sees a imaginary girlfriend. So what would he be wearing? He would be wearing a kind of a loose, what he used to wear when he was young, and then he used to wear cargos, which is out of fashion those days. We had to design an entire character for him, and a costumer doesn't do that. A costume designer would design a character.
Okay, so the costume designer is the brains, the costumer is the hands.
But again, it's a whole system. Without a costumer and costume designer, the costume department will suck.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not putting down costumers. I mean, procurement is a skill by itself.
No, these guys are like, they have experience, I'll tell you. They're very cool. They will never take anything to head. They'll never get, psyched about anything. Any kind of hard work you give them, they're like, Panila sir, not niche. Cool that is, they are. And most of these guys are, I have my costumer who has entered in the industry when MGR was a hero.
Whoa.
So he was like 16, 17 years old when he entered. So imagine how old he is right now. And he still is a costumer. And I pity those guys because they were not able to go forward with that. So because when we came in, we literally, pushed them back.
Okay.
In any other department, there's no such thing as, a guy comes up and then he pushes the department down. If you check, direction is direction. There's no such guy who comes up. Maybe an animator, the olden days it was hand drawn. Right now it's VFX and stuff. But the other department, they're just the same. It's just a costume department. We just have come up, and pushed these guys down.
Okay, but why do you think that happened? Why weren't the costumers able to become the costume designers themselves?
That's true. That's the reason is because these guys, they will have no much knowledge of colors or what kind of patterns to give and all. You give them anything like old school, they'll be able to do it. But as movie changes, right, they wanted something new, innovative. So that's how designers start coming in.
Okay.
Something like movies like Endran, like a Robo, they wanted something to look futuristic. Colors and stuff. So these guys are still, they're still stuck with the old stuff. They have to come out of it. Okay,
so I'm guessing tastes have changed and they haven't updated themselves with changing tastes.
And plus, the thing is like, these guys are like, daily wages right now. So they're like, I work today, I get thing. I don't say they won't put in much effort. It's just that's how cinema industry has, pushed them back towards it.
No, I mean, I won't look at it as pushing back. I think you can compare this to an office as well, right? You always have two types of people. It's not like this is bigger, this is smaller. You have the people who like doing things, like the doers. You just give me the task and I'll do this task. Don't disturb me in between and, keep fucking up my routine.
That's the exact thing of what a costumer is.
Exactly.
You give them a job, they'll just complete and they just give it
pretty much. But deciding what to give are the managers. And that's the other type of people, be it a business, be it in this industry, wherever.
That's true.
So I'm guessing, most of these people just found their peace in the work they're doing. That became their religion, and they just kept doing one thing over and over again, and they're like, I'm happy
with what this is, and that's it.
I think this entire this thought of you have to go from AD to a director, from an AC to a cinematic itself is kind of toxic. Because in my head also, my conditioning before, that's how I used to think of it that way. Then my friend, he went to Mumbai and he worked, and he's told me stories of how ADs choose to be ADs. They don't want to become directors because it's a skill set. Yeah, it's a skill set, right? Being a director can't do what an AD does. An AD can't do what a director does. They're actually separate skill sets. In fact, it shouldn't even be called an assistant director. It should be called something else like a production coordinator, whatever the job they do. And maybe just like these costumers, they like doing that one particular thing, like, just making the schedule. Just let me do this. I don't want to come up to be a director and then, take up a whole different skill set. Yeah, I think we need to change the way we see the stepping up of the so-called ladders. It's not this person has to grow up to become this. Person can be this.
But nowadays, I see young costumers, what they do is they go ahead and they do some kind of design courses and they come register themselves as designers. I'm happy to see all those,
exactly. The ones who have that, the hunger are going to do it. That's fine. Sweet. So, okay, I'm just going to get to the next parts of my questions about, fashion. Let's say you are a well-reputed designer like Manish Malhotra types.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm liking it.
So, what would be the characteristics that you would look for in your new recruits?
You want me to talk like me or like Manish Malhotra?
Like you in the level of Manish Malhotra.
Okay, it's not that. I'll tell you what happened. I finished my course almost, say, 10 years back. It's all about knowledge transfer. The younger generation, as they come in, right, they bring in more knowledge to us. So every day, thing is, fashion is a cycle. Fashion keeps on changing. It's not the same thing. Bell bottoms, it was retro, the 70s and 60s. And then again, it's come back into fashion again.
It has?
Yeah, it comes in. Comes and goes. You see jeans, right? As bootleg, there's, these are all old fashioned that has come back again. It's not the same exact thing. It's just like a version of it comes back. And these young guys, they come in with different stuff and all that. Have you heard of steampunk?
Yeah.
Diesel punk?
Exactly. How do all these things even originate? How does it start? Who sets a trend?
Designers. We're not sure who and all that, but there are designers who would inspire from Victorian era.
Okay.
From the late Queen, they bring in that stuff. They try to bring in that in missionaries, and that's what steampunk was all about.
Yeah. What is steampunk? Sorry, could you repeat that?
Steampunk is like a birth child of Victorian age thing with missionaries together.
Okay.
It's like futuristic. What if the world comes to an end and how people would live like?
Okay.
So I'm also not into steampunk because I've not gone into it, but there's so much more that comes into it.
Yeah, even the recent Anirudh concert, I think they went to the steampunk theme.
Yeah, that is
nice, interesting. All right, so I was asking you, what are the characteristics? Yeah.
It's just that, dedication is really important in this field. You just can't come and just design something. You need to know, ABCD of everything. You should know
what are the ABCDs?
You should know what kind of fabric is to be used, what kind of service embellishment that is, in case I want to design something on top, I want to stitch, embroidery and all that. You should never be lazy, never waste time. Time management is one of the most important skill of a designer. If you cannot manage time, then you're not meant for this job.
All right, so I'm guessing knowledge, fabric knowledge and time management.
Exactly.
So what if you, let's say, do you ever have these disputes where you have a director and his fashion sense is, let's say, not that great. His color palette sense is kind of gaudy and you know that you can suggest something better and you know that he's taking something very ugly.
Okay.
So how do you deal with those kind of situations?
Okay, then what I would do is I would team up with the cinemat or the DOP.
Okay, apni politics.
Yeah, that's true. Nice. Because I just go to him and I say, sir, this is the thing. This is what he wants. What do you say? And he would look behind. If it's a very knowledgeable DOP, he would immediately agree with me and he would look at it. Na pesikren. And he goes and he'll talk to the director. He'll change his mind. But the DOP has no sense.
Yeah, then
I'm fucked.
Govinda. Okay, I'm a costumer.
That's it, done. Peace, bro. No issues. Otherwise, what would happen if there's a thing called where hierarchy is a problem. Oh, in a tandi poitan. I told him not to give this, but he's given it that. And that's an issue. If I go directly and talk to the cameraman goes and speaks to him. He will be like, சொல்லியாச்சுல்ல எதுக்கு திருப்பி cameraman கிட்ட போறான்? So it's as if I've, you got
to make sure the cameraman says it in a way that you never spoke to him.
Exactly.
அவரா அது உணர்ந்து போய் சொன்ன மாதிரி.
That's what.
It's okay. I don't think your cameraman are going to see this.
It's not like that. That's how it works. It's wrong. That's the reason you've done fashion.
Yeah, that's why you are appointed, right?
Exactly. But there are certain directors, the old school directors again, not the younger generation, the old school directors, they think they know everything. Right, I've not worked with them on movies but on ads and stuff, right? So they would it'll be very contrasting. I'll say, no, see, this is just to highlight the product. They want to highlight the model. Say jewelry ad, they want to highlight jewelries, but these guys what they will do is they'll give a magenta color in between. Okay, this has nothing to do with the product will just disappear inside it. So I just go and tell them, then he'll come up with, எனக்கு தெரியுமா உனக்கு தெரியுமா, how many years I am doing, what I have done, நான் எவ்வளவு பெரிய புல்தி தெரியுமா, that's what they will talk. And that's it. Okay, sir, நீங்க சொன்னா okay தான்.
That's I think I've noticed this also. I've seen this so many times where directors, they forget what they're doing this for. It's the product. The product is the hero, not even the client. The product. The client is a representative of the product.
This mostly happens in ads and stuff.
Exactly. I don't understand why they kind of start pallying to the actresses more than the product. I'm guessing everyone wants to work with that actress, so they're trying to build up a good equation with them. So they're
but
doing
sometimes
it.
They want to showcase their work and stuff to show up. They forget the product and they want to show up the actors or the actresses or the models are on it.
Makes sense.
So that's there.
All right. And there was something interesting that when you were talking about right now that I wanted to ask. Palettes. So you use the word contrast, right?
Okay.
So for you innately, when you look at two colors, what looks good and what looks bad. I don't. Maybe now over the years, my taste has improved. I can say that definitely. But back in the day, it's been fuck all. And all my friends can attest to this, including you.
I know.
Yes, you worked with me on Fuck Buddies. I know. That's why I'm like, I know my taste is bad. So I'll be like, guys, you take care of this. I just delegated that department of Jiki. I'm like, she knows color better.
I know.
So how do someone like me, improve on a skill set? How do I learn what is good and what is bad? What do I pick up on?
See, the thing is, you're just supposed to know what's in trend right now.
How do I know that?
Social media, basically.
Social media, though my other idiot friend will be there putting his own fuck all reels. So
it's not like that. See, say you are a fashion follower. And if you have if you have FOMO, the fear of missing out, that's when you need to follow trends. Otherwise, you just swear whatever. See, we are not in a position where we are following spring, summer, and autumn, winter. These are the 2 seasons of fashion.
Okay.
Because we live in a in a kind of tropical climate, so we don't have snow, and we don't have something like extreme spring and stuff, autumn and all that. We just normal Caribbean style. So we can wear all and we can fuck all. That's all we all are over here. So it's just that you're supposed to know what suits you well.
How do I know that? See, I'm dressing up for a date.
Okay.
I don't want to look like one cherry fellow in that date who does not know color.
So basically, you want to go for a date, right? So understand that you cannot wear prints, loud prints.
See, now 2 words you use that I don't know.
Okay.
What is prince? What is loud prince? Will it be shouting, saying "day" or
exactly, pulling
like that?
Those kind of prints.
So, what are certain colors that constitute this loudness?
Again, if you're going for a night dinner, right? So, what would you wear for a night out? So, I would say something that is in darker tone, say black, browns, purple shades, anything that goes, with the night mood, it will suit you well.
Okay.
Nothing that, screams out loud saying, you're not Ranveer Singh. I mean, you're not Ranveer Singh, right?
Yeah.
So that guy wants to be seen everywhere. In case you want to be seen, then fine, it's okay.
But even then, you take someone like a Ranveer Singh, he is seen everywhere, he wears flashy. But in the flashy lieu, there is a certain aesthetic to it. It's not really, like you said, pulling a vibe.
Nobody can be compared with Ranveer Singh for his fashion sense. Sometimes it's a flop, but always it's a hit.
That's what I'm trying to tell. Like, even though it's outrageous, there is some cohesiveness to it.
Yeah.
So how do you achieve that?
Thing is, you should be able to carry anything on you. Right. So basically, you're fair skinned, right? So anything that you wear, you should be able to pull it out.
Okay.
You should not be like, what the other fucker thinks of me.
That's confidence. That's very
That's what Ranveer Singh has. He's got confidence. So he can just wear any damn thing and he can just walk along and he can wear a lungi and patapati and it'll look fashion for him.
Alright. So I think the best costume to wear is confidence.
Exactly. So if you are confident, you can just pull out anything. But not necessary that you just can't wear some flashy thing and go to a funeral, right?
Yeah. I mean, that is a whole different...
it's all the same thing. Yeah. There are uniforms that you'll have to wear. So abide to that end.
All right. So what I do mostly when I'm designing, right, on digital, and I see color palettes, I actually don't know. I rely on things like Canva's own color palettes. So I'll go to Adobe Cooler and I'll just see where is those triads going, where is the thing, and I'll copy that color and apply it.
Okay.
But for people like you, you'll innately know, like, okay, this goes with that. Either பார்க்கிறதுக்கு okay, decent இருக்கு. So how do I develop that skill?
Experience. You'll have to know what goes with what. It's all trial and error, dude. It's not like I was just born yesterday with becoming fashion designer.
That's my point. No, you've gone through some process. So what is the secret of the process?
There's no secret of processes and all. It's all adipattu மேல வருதுதான். Okay, even as fashion designers or costume designers, we have our flaws. Sometimes you would give something that would not match. So you have to, it's a whole learning process. It's all trial and errors.
So is there been a time when you've given something which you think is great, but then the director or the actor is like, what is this fuck all shit?
Yeah, that happened once where they just told me it's a night sequence. And I gave them a superb colored went through. They didn't tell me it was a peacock blue filter. Okay. It was a night sequence with
what is a peacock blue filter?
Peacock blue filter is something that they use for night. They use a filter on the lights to show night.
Blue போட்டுருவாங்க.
And I've given something blue. I didn't know that. Once when he went and stood in front of the camera, அவன் போட்டது என்னன்னு தெரியவே தெரியல. It became, blue and blue together. What happens? I think, it will become white like.
அப்படியா?
On front of the camera.
Okay.
என்ன கலர் நீ போட்டாலும், even if it is a red shirt, right, it will look black.
In front of that blue filter.
In front of the camera. Whatever you try to do, it will look, you cannot bring it unless it goes for DI and stuff. அந்த இடத்துல it will look wrong.
Okay.
On the spot it will look wrong. So there you should, immediately go and try to see what other costume you can give to change and all that.
Nice. So what are this is something I learned new right now. If it's a blue light filter, blue peacock, whatever, you don't put blue. In the Mari, what else are some secret hacks that you learned?
Secret hacks
being on set?
See, these are all I was learned a lot on set. Dale என்ன கொடுக்கிறது, warm tone na enna, cool tones na enna. Warm tones are nothing but the RGB, red, blues, greens and all that.
So red, blue, green are all warm.
Or warm tone.
Okay.
Right.
Blue is also warm.
No, not. I'm saying what you could give for warm tone during the day times.
Okay.
When they have a warm light, what colors can go on. And there's something called a cyan tone. That is the night.
CMYK.
Yeah. So cyan tone. Okay. So what would happen is all those are like Have you seen the movie Minority Report?
illa.
Tom Cruise padam.
I mean, yeah, I've heard. Wait, Minority Report is that this balls thing.
Yeah, all happens in the night. Tom Cruise, he, you know, before the crime happens.
Other the balls.
Yeah. So அதெல்லாம் நீ பார்த்தனா all black and blues because it's that particular night tone. So அததான் கொடுக்க முடியும், வேற எதுமே கொடுக்க முடியாது.
Okay, so you can't give something like pachang yellow for night.
No, you can't do it. It'll look odd from that tone.
Unless you want it to look like that, like odd. In Kill Bill, like you want her to look yellow.
But again, see, Kill Bill night scenes கூட பார்த்தனா it'll all be toned down. That and the yellow பளிச்சுன்னு தெரியவே தெரியாது. It'll all be toned down because of the light filters and all that.
Okay.
So you should know what to give in case even if you're doing a Hollywood movie and he gives you yellow, you should know what kind of yellow to give. That's one kind of specific yellow.
What is that?
I don't know that yellow, but it's actually a kind of specific yellow.
Okay.
It cannot be a bright yellow. It cannot be a dull yellow. In between somewhere is a color that's chosen just for this, so that it would go ahead with the entire lights and sequence.
Okay.
And after finishing this post-production, you know what happens. They do coloring and all that.
All right. Nice. Interesting. Cool. So I'm just going to go fully away from film into the world of fashion. So let's say there's this new trend going on now. Boho and so what the fuck is Boho?
Boho is nothing but Bohemian. You know what
Rhapsody? I don't know.
That's a song.
The only Bohemian that I know.
It's a kind of fashion again inspired from the olden eras. So it's a mixing of it's something like gypsy and hippie kind of stuff.
Oh, Caribbean this.
Not Caribbean though. It's most of Parsian type of people, those free flow people who care the fuck about the world.
Okay.
They they will try to
hippie.
resource. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it.
Gypsies. They're travelers and they're hippies. Hippies was a term given recently for, earth lovers, tree huggers and all that stuff. The correct terms are gypsies. They just travel along. They don't care about materialistic stuff. Whatever they get, they make, and they, try to make a fashion out of it. So that was adapted and, by the French again, fashion powerhouse. And they brought in this thing called Boho.
Also, that's an interesting point. How come France became the fashion powerhouse?
That's true. That's because the king of, I also don't know the story, but the king of France was very much into clothes and stuff. So most of these tailors and all were all from France. So they love fashion, they love clothing. If you see any kind of the old photos and stuff, right, the French would even they were the ones who invented the high heels for men, not for women, for men.
Oh, this was a thing?
Yep.
Okay.
So the French people used to wear high heels.
Wow.
Men.
But don't you wear heels so that your bum is accentuated? That's what I was told. So that's why we wear heels there.
It's not for that. It's just for increasing your height. It gives you a good posture. And it's not just for that, dude. It's just for this as well.
Okay. Cool. Fair enough.
So that's what fashion central. France became fashion central for one of these reasons as well. And then most of the couture houses, most of the fashion houses, most of the buying
what
houses.
is that also? Couture? No.
Couture and high fashion.
Oh, it's not couture.
Not couture, dude. It's couture.
Couture. Okay.
Couture, haute couture.
Oh, it's haughty couture. Not hot couture.
Not hot couture at all.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and then there's something called a pret-a-porter.
Wait, what is haughty couture?
Okay, first it's called high fashion or signature fashion. So you go into a fashion house in Paris, right, or in France, anywhere. They would stitch a signature garment just for you. It would only fit you. Won't fit anybody else.
Oh, one of a kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a signature. It's called a signature dress.
Hot couture.
Yeah, it's a couture.
Dress made for one person.
For one person. By the highest designers over there.
Oh.
It's only one piece. No, they will not recreate it.
And that will be sold for like approximately how much?
For you only do. They won't make it for anybody else. And then it comes and gives an order, right?
How much will they be selling that couture?
It depends upon fabric. It depends upon style you want. Depends upon everything.
What's the most outrageous, like the biggest number you heard? Like lakhs? Crores?
Yeah.
Crores?
Yeah.
For one dress?
You've seen this, the dress that they make for this Met Gala and stuff.
I've heard of this thing called Met Gala.
Yeah. So those dresses are on expensive, damn expensive.
Okay.
And it's one of a kind.
Okay.
They'll just make it for them alone, and it's all by the biggest designers over there by, Dolce & Gabbana, and there's Dior, as Versace, and all those guys only make.
Okay.
So we are not that into are not that into, world fashion and stuff. We're still, right now, we're coming into it.
இப்போதான் லுங்கியிலிருந்து ஸ்டைல் லுங்கிக்கு போயிருக்கோம்
அப்படின்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. People are the high society people, high class people know what fashion is. They still buy stuff and all that. But right now we're just coming into it. Only normal people are,
Okay, so like you said, high class people know what high fashion is. But still, on the high class people, எங்கேயோ ஒரு கடையில இருந்தானே போய் வாங்கணும்.
Yeah.
So what if me, one local fellow who doesn't know any of this shit, which kind of a kadai can I go to which will also have this high fashion that I can just go pick up?
Okay. What you need, it's not high fashion. You want to spend money, or you can go for something called knock knockoffs.
What is this?
Okay, say you got clothes like H&M and Zara. So what these guys do is they copy high fashion clothes and they make
Their own versions of it.
Yeah, and
Zara does this?
Yeah, Zara does that. It's called.
I thought Zara is on periya pulti, bro.
No, they are all fast fashion, dude.
Oh.
They have this knockoffs of the thing. What shoe are those? Balmain shoes and all that.
This Balmain is a big company. இப்போ பார்த்தேன் எல்லா பசங்களும் Balmain Paris போட்டு சுத்துறாங்க. அது Matthewsனால அது வேற விஷயம். அவன் ஒரு வேற லெவல் knockoff.
The original cost of those are lakhs together. The one that Sivakarthikeyan was wearing and all, right? Balmain Paris and all pretty expensive.
அந்த ஒரு t-shirt-ஆ?
Yeah.
ஏய் 400 ரூபாய்க்கு விக்கறாங்கடா Matthewsல.
Those are the ones that are printed by Matthews, dude. These are the ones that are bought from Dubai or Paris.
So there's no way you can tell the difference also between this and that.
No, you can.
How?
You have to feel it.
Feel பண்ணதான்
தெரியும். But again, a guy coming in a Mercedes is going to have an original Balmain. A guy going on a
அது நீ Mercedes பார்த்தாதானே அவன் Mercedes இறங்கிட்டு மால்க்குள்ள போய்ட்டானா.
See, he's going to wear the guy can afford it. The look, the way he is and all, he can afford it. And I know you can afford it as well. So
யாரு ஒரு கோடி நீ பார்த்த
not 1 crore, not Mercedes, dude. I say Balmain.
Okay. No, actually not. That's what I'm telling you, right? Nowadays the lookalikes are so lookalike you cannot tell. And I am actually that Simbu terla category. இதெல்லாம் how much this is all Matthews only, guys.
Okay.
I go and say that I'll be like
are Matthews promoting us or something?
No, I am a hardcore Matthews fan, bro. I've been shopping there since ever since I discovered that shop from I think
I should take you
second year. You know any other secret places?
I'll take you where you get these originals over there and stuff.
Oh, okay. Next vlog coming up, shopping clothes with Kwochai, guys.
Okay, nice.
Okay, so apparently there's a shop in MC Road called KG. A friend agudame. 1000 ரூபாய்க்கு 20 சட்டை எடுக்கலாம்னு. How the fuck do they afford all that? அப்பா சொல்லிட்டேனா?
No, it's correct. Cool. These guys
1000 ரூபாய்க்கு 5 சட்டை.
And 1000 ரூபாய்க்கு some 5 pant, 5 lycra pant. அதானே? Right. So see these there are two ways. Now you see a lot of stores coming up in Chennai that they give from 9 rupees to 99 rupees to 99 rupees to 500 rupees and all that. See those stores, what they are is it's not something related to fashion, it's something related to garments. So these guys might have their own industry. Tirupurla, Coimbatore, they might have their own manufacturing stuff. So அவங்க காஸ்ட் பிரைஸ் தான் நீ கவர் பண்ற. ஒரு t-shirt பண்றதுக்கு எவ்வளவு ஆகும்? What do you think is the cost of a t-shirt to manufacture?
300?
No, think digits, 2 digits.
99
down, $10.
$10?
Yeah, manufacturing cost அவ்வளவுதான் வரும்.
என்னடா சொல்ற? ஒரு t-shirt போடுறதுக்கு 10 ரூபாய் தான் ஆகுமா?
Not the thing.
I know not for us to wear, but
no, I'm just saying is the material cost விட்டு manufacturing cost 10 ரூபாய் தான்.
Material cost எடுக்கணும்ல.
இன்னொரு 10 ரூபாய் வெச்சுக்கோ.
அவ்வளவுதானா?
அவ்வளவுதான்.
ஏய் என்னடா சொல்றீங்க?
That's how it will. See, thing is now let me explain to you what happens.
20 ரூபாய் தானா ஒரு t-shirt பண்றதுக்கு?
பேக்கிங் எல்லாமே சேர்த்து 25 rupees னே வெச்சுக்கோ.
அடே ஈரோடு கோயம்புத்தூர் பசங்களா இப்போ தெரியுதுடா ஏன் எல்லாருமே இவ்வளவு காசு வர சுத்துறீங்கன்னு.
I might be exaggerating, but that will all
50 ரூபாய் கூட வெச்சுக்கோடா.
அவ்வளவு 50 ரூபாய் வெச்சுக்கோ. manufacturing cost அவ்வளவுதான் வரும் அதுக்கு.
Okay.
So when these guys what will happen is they would say நீ ஒரு பெரிய மேனுஃபேக்சரர், ஐ மீன் யூஎஸ்ல பெரிய பிராண்டு, நீ வந்து எனக்கு ஆர்டர் கொடுத்துருக்க, ஆர்மானி குச்சினே வச்சுக்கோ. ஏன் நீ என்ன பண்ணிருக்க பார்த்துருக்க, யூ given me orders for say 10,000 pieces. What you will give me is you will give me excess fabric and all that. So the excess fabric வச்சு I will still make some more jeans and stuff.
Okay.
எதுக்குன்னா just to in case அந்த 10,000 பீஸ் ஏதாவது பிரச்சனை வந்துருச்சுன்னா இதுல இருந்து நான் பேலன்ஸ் பண்ணி கொடுக்கறது தான் வச்சிருப்பேன். பட் சம்டைம்ஸ் அந்த 10,000 பீஸ் நல்லா போயிடும், இன்னும் ஒரு 200-300 பீஸ் நான் ரெடியா வச்சிருப்பேன், அதை நான் இப்படி போட்டு வித்துருவேன் ஜாலியா. ஆமா, and it's original.
Yeah, because it's the same.
Basically it's the same stuff, but we will not add, they will not add the labels and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But you quality will be the same because it's the same manufacturer, same stuff. So இந்த மாதிரி டீசல் இருக்கு, இதெல்லாம்
where's the procedure to go buy all these
you have to go to something called an MC Road.
MC Road, ராயபுரம் MC Road. See, உனக்கு இந்த கடை தெரியும்ல?
I know most of the shops over there because I get it for a thing. Now see, coming back to KGF, what happens is these guys bite in tons sometimes. Sarana stores, Jaychandranலாம் இருக்குல்ல, அவங்களும் அதே procedure தான். Why they're able to give it in that less is because they don't bite as piece material, they bite as in கிலோ கணக்குல வாங்கிடுவாங்க. And they'll have
வாங்குற மாதிரி
see, அவங்களுக்கு அது லாபம். What they will do is they will have a QC guy The QC guy will check for defects on the pieces. There'll be a very small, say, shirt
Export reject.
So those export rejects only will come there. And these guys will make a small thing out of it and they start selling it. Hangerல போட்டுட்டு அந்த சட்டை 100 ரூபா கூட இருக்காது, 555 ரூபா, ஆஃபர்ல 250 ரூபா. ஆனா the actual cost the shirt 100 ரூபா கூட இருக்காது. And we will know like, oh my god, so cheap.
Okay. மாப்ளே நம்ம சண்டே போறோம் இது MC ரோடுக்கு. நான் போயிட்டு ஃபுல்லா தெரியல நான் எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்ண போறேன்.
Most of the shops you see now on Instagramல வர ஆரம்பிச்சது, they all sell original products, dude.
பாத்திருக்கேன் அங்க.
There's no such thing as a fake or knockoffs. எல்லாமே ஒரிஜினல்ஸ் தான் இப்போ.
So India has become the new hot cake Kwochai fashion center.
I bought my Crocs for $3,000 and I get Crocs on the road for only 700 rupees and all original Crocs.
நீ என்ன லூஸ் ஆயா? இவ்ளோ தெரிஞ்சிக்கிட்டு நீ இன்னும் போய் வாங்குனீனா?
No dude, when the first when Crocs arrived, right, I bought it for 3,000, right, original, and they still long last almost 6-7 years now, and these guys sell it same $700.
Since you mentioned Crocs, like I'm very confused about Crocs. On one hand, it seems like, you know, the entire world is wearing it. A lot of people love it. On the other hand, there's so much of hatred for it also.
They feel it's a lazy man's slipper.
Okay.
That's why America hates it, because they feel only a lazy vagabond will wear Crocs because there's no effort in putting it. Just put your leg in and you just slip and you can walk off.
Yeah, but chappals na adha vida lazy da.
But they feel Crocs are like, you know, it's a combination of shoes. It looks like a shoe. It's not flip flops or it's not slippers. It's like, it looks like a shoe. And these guys have no effort of bending and just put it in and they just start walking, and this is waterproof. All shit proof. And we Indians love it because basically
நமக்கு சேர் கீர் எல்லாத்தையும் தாண்டி போய் தண்ணி அடிச்சா போய்டும்.
It's like, you know, Bata chappal my long lasting, and we want long lasting stuff, so we love Crocs.
Alright, I'm just going to ask you the remaining questions that I had prepared for you. I hate preparing questions for a podcast because it seems like an interview. But then I also learned that I need to have some kind of a guide for, you know, where my mind goes.
So what do you have? What do you have?
Yeah, the only things remaining. This is a very important question. I've had this question for me from childhood.
Tell me.
You know how girls have so many different kinds of patterns, styles, solids, prints, இதெல்லாம் இருக்குடா.
Okay.
But when it comes to men, உன்னை விட்டுரு.
Okay.
Generally for men, we only seem to have 3 styles when it comes to like formal shirts.
Okay.
Stripes.
Okay.
Checks.
Okay.
Solids.
Okay.
அவ்வளவுதான்.
That's why it's called a formal shirt. What more do you expect in a formal wear?
I don't know, man. Like that's
no, tell me again. See, you didn't say it was casual or something. You said it's a formal wear.
In formals, how come we don't have patterns like maybe crisscross?
That's up to you. You can say whatever you want to. You can do whatever you want to.
But okay, maybe I was only recently discovering it, but I don't think, let's take even outside the formal thing, even casual wear, mostly the guys that I've seen, let's take 5 years back, nowadays of course we have a lot of different prints for us. So I have just one Jackie Chan, I have Spider-Man.
See, those prints are different. When you consider a girl or a woman, right, they have a lot of
choices.
Exactly. Why do men have no choice? Why do you think men have no choice?
Because we don't give a shit.
Exactly. Because we don't give a damn shit about it.
Okay.
That's the reason.
But you as a costumer, do you agree to this? Do you think we should start giving a shit?
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
We should dress a little more responsibly. Okay. We should know what we wear. Now see, takkanu friend on the கூப்பறான்னு வெச்சுக்கோ. What do you just put on some t-shirt and thing and you just walk out?
நான் அப்படியே தான் போடுவேன்.
Yeah, exactly. Even I don't care. But her girl, she will go make herself, she'll wash, she'll think, she'll see which one what, and her friends what they want to come to look apart and stuff. And one more thing is, men don't dress to impress people.
Yeah, we put comfort over.
Don't get me wrong, ladies, but why do women dress up?
Because they want to look attractive.
Exactly. And attraction is whom?
Girls or men in today's world.
Today's world, girls and men. But
or all whatever other genders there are.
But men, you know, we just don't need to attract them in that way.
Anga, I will disagree with you. Sorry. I think most of our men want to attract, we just don't know how to.
It's not like that, It's just, see, you either need this or this, expensive this or this.
Illa bro, angada I am disagreeing. No, I'm saying I've seen a lot of guys who are broke calf, but their dressing sense is sema. And see, those guys, they actually put in that shit. They put in that effort to make sure they're looking good. See, this is where I was also on this side of the men's side, like, hey, Lusu Pasango, why should you put effort and all? Then I had one girlfriend like back in the school days, and she told me something that really stuck with me. She's like, you need to fucking put in an effort to dress because it shows the people you're going to meet that you give a shit about them.
But that is there.
So that makes normal
sense, right? Stuff, dude. If you go to the office, you need to wear. If you go for work, if you go for a party, and that is there. I'm saying normally, even girls in a normal way, they'll dress up nicely. Just to pakathu கடல்ல போய் தேங்காய் வாங்கிட்டு வரது கூட they'll dress up nicely and they go. We will not give a shit about it. We just wear whatever shorts, whatever t-shirt and just walk out of the house.
Fair enough.
That effort, girls put, but we don't put that effort.
இனிமேல் போடுங்க guys.
If you want to. Guys are changing.
Yeah.
You see a lot of guys right now, they have ஒன்னெல்லாம் போடுறான்.
நீ போட்டிருக்கே இதெல்லாம் என்ன ஒரு கட்டனை போட்டு வந்திருக்க.
This is basically me being lazy. This is called a வேஷ்டி pant.
வேஷ்டி pant இது என்ன புதுசா இருக்கு?
It's basically a வேஷ்டி. It look like a வேஷ்டி but it's actually a pant.
Why can't you just wear a வேஷ்டி then?
Good question, because it'll open up and so
okay,
just to save embarrassment when I ride a two-wheeler, so this will be my
fair enough. All right, so that was actually pretty informative to me, Kwochai. Thank you for that. I mean, I did learn a lot about fashion, about haute couture, about where to get some stuff. At least now I know enough number of terms to go and correct panify and lift chick if I want to, right? I mean, I can definitely use Kwochai, right? Now Kwochai and Sonale, I'm sure any lift chick will be like, yeah, sure.
Nobody knows me. I'm not that popular and all, Jay. Come on, please. Okay. This guy is more popular than me. This guy is like, the hero of fuck buddies and stuff.
Forever buddies, apparently.
I am so sorry. It's called F buddies or forever buddies.
Okay, அந்த damaging topic po வேணாம். It's free out நம்ம. It's chill. But anyhow, it was quite an interesting session.
Same here.
Learned a lot in terms of your field. It was really interesting exploring your mind. I think there's actually a lot more to explore, but then it was nice for me to get whatever information I could from someone in the industry.
We'll do another podcast again regarding more industry.
Advanced level of fashion we should
costumes,
do. This is just like a beginner's course into fashion. That's true. So how did it feel for you?
Yeah, it was nice talking about not most people get interested in what a fashion or costume designer does. It's like maybe the guy's minting money only enga prachana engalukku dhaan theriyum. So it's good to tell people about the other side of what difficulties and what thing we undergo and stuff. So thank you for this opportunity again.
Yeah, it was interesting for sure, definitely. Sure. So thanks guys for listening. If you guys also resonated or learned anything about this, please let us know. If you're watching us on YouTube, in the comments below. If you're watching on Spotify, then hit us up on Instagram, The Internet Generation or JTHC or Kwochai.
It's the same juju on Instagram.
It's the same juju. What the fuck is the meaning of that, by the way? Fair enough. Thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Take care.
We will see you guys in the next episode.